Hey, hi. Thanks for clicking on my video. How are you doing today? I hope you're ready for some outright just full on shenanigans. See what I did there? Did you see what I did there? I just want to let you know that I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. You should always subscribe and like. And don't forget to comment in case there's something you want to hear from me, or maybe you want to share a story. I love hearing your stories. I want to hear all of yours just as much as I have a motor mouth and love to share mine. So please share yours with me as well. That would be fabulous. Anyways, as I was saying, this one's a doozy. This one, I don't even know, quite frankly, like where to start with this one. This was just me trying to show off in front of a few people that I thought were my friends that really weren't anyway. So, yeah, this is one of those lessons learned. Okay. So I decided to have a few friends stay over one weekend. And I think I was in 10th or 11th grade at this point. So 15 or 6. I didn't have my driver's license yet. You'll see why that is relevant in a moment. But I do know that I didn't have my driver's license just yet, but I was getting pretty close to getting them. So yeah, it was me and a couple of my friends. We were all just kind of hanging out. They had spent the weekend with me, and this was Sunday. It was the last day that they were going to be there, and they were going home. Everybody was sort of in like a weird catty mood. Nobody was laughing. That was one thing that I can definitely say 100%. I would go way out of my way to make my friends laugh, even if that meant to make me look stupid or get myself in trouble. As long as it got a laugh from one of my friends, at least it was worth it, in my opinion. So we decided, after me carrying on trying to get them to laugh or whatever, that it'd be fun to play a little bit of truth or dare. So we did, and we were playing it there for a minute or two. A couple of my other friends went first before it was my turn, and then it was me. And my friend Rachel at the time dared me to take my mom's vehicle for a ride. My mom wasn't home at the time. She was at a flea market or something like that with one of her friends. So we had no adult supervision at the time. So at first I was like, I don't have keys to that car. So, And Rachel, being the good friend that she is, was like, oh, I noticed that the keys were in it, girl. You're good, girl. I'm like, oh, great. Let me just double check and see if they are. Well, they were. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. And the other girls were kind of like, yeah, come on, go me on to do it, to take them for a ride. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. Meanwhile, if my brother sees this, he'll have my head until my mom gets home. And if my mom catches me, I'm dead. Like, there is no talking myself out of this one. I'm done. Like, she will cook me. She didn't play. My mom didn't. No. I don't know what I was thinking. But, so, my brain clicks. Okay, everybody get in. We're gonna go for a ride. So, I decide to, like, back up. Mind you, not a good driver at all at this point. I hadn't taken my driver's test yet. I don't believe I've even taken my permit yet. I had driven like four-wheelers and dirt bikes, go-karts, things of that nature, but certainly not a motor vehicle itself, like not a car or a truck or anything like that. So I was terrified to take it out on the road, but I didn't want my friends to know that I was terrified, and I didn't want them to make fun of me. So my bright idea was, I'll drive them around my yard. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to be a good idea. Yep, that's what I thought. So the way that our driveway is, like, we have a driveway and then the garage, and then like over here is like our top slash front yard, and then there's like a little hill, and then it's a relatively large, like a half an acre backyard. And I thought, F it, I'll just take them down the hill in through the backyard and then back up the hill, and we'll be good, right? We'll be good. Mhm. Except for I didn't know that the lower part of my mama's backyard was a bona fide swamp, practically. I mean, I did know that, but I didn't really realize getting a vehicle stuck in it was like a possibility. I didn't think it would matter. Okay, yep, so I did. So we are going down over the hill, like the blump, 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 and I'm like, already knew this was terrible a terrible idea. What were you thinking? You're so stupid. Wrap around her apple tree and just keep going straight, thinking, oh, I'll just have to go up the other side of the house. Like I was too wide. I couldn't like do like a total U-turn to go straight back up the hill. And I thought, that's no problem. I'll go up the other side of the house. Yeah, that wouldn't work because it wasn't wide enough of yard to get the vehicle up. Okay, it's okay. I'll just reverse back, all the way back, and I'll line myself up with the hill, and then I'll go. No problem. Yeah, that didn't work either. I mean, I attempted it more than once, which makes me feel even worse that I just kept trying and trying and trying. Then I got it stuck in the swamp because I thought the further back I go, I thought I could just like gun it and climb that hill like I was in a monster truck. Like, look out, girl! I'm a coming. I'm conquering that hill today. I am. And I kept thinking, it's your butt that's on the line. Like, it's your life. Your mom will ground you for the rest of your life. Get your butt up that hill, girl. Yeah. So, went as far back as I could go and then went to hit the gas. That was whenever I realized that I had sunk the back half of her vehicle like 2 feet. Like it was up halfway up the tire. I was crying. My friends were laughing. It was effing hysterical to them. They just thought it was the funniest thing ever, especially Rachel. Nobody will help me. No, I don't know what to do. Who do I call? What do I do? I can't call my brother because he will just straight up tell on me. I went to my neighbor for help. God love this man. This man just so happened to have a pulling truck that he took in like shows. He won many, 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 many trophies with this pulling truck. And before him, I do believe that the neighbor directly across the street tried to pull us out with his like just regular 4x4 truck, and it wasn't enough. He didn't have enough like grit to get it the whole way out. So then the neighbor to my side, he had a pulling truck. And he was like, oh, if that truck wouldn't pull it, I don't know if this one's gonna either. And I'm like, could you please just try? And oh, by the grace of God, he got it up out of the swamp, and he went a step further and pulled her all the way back up the hill and into the driveway for me. God bless that man. To this day, God bless that man. Because I know my mama was hot, but she would have been so, so, so much worse if she would have seen her vehicle stuck 2 feet. It would have been so much worse. Because my friends went home. They didn't give a nothing. And I did tell on myself after I hosed it down. I washed it out. You could see it in the yard though. So it wasn't like I was, taking a hit, or I'm just such a good child that I felt like, I got to tell my mom. No, she would have seen the ruts in the yard, and my mom wasn't stupid, unfortunately. She caught on to things pretty quick. So yeah, I did come clean and tell her what had happened. She was furious. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to get that vehicle whenever I did get my driver's license because she was about to be getting a new vehicle and that one was already paid off and everything. So when I got my driver's license, she was going to give me that vehicle. And because I pulled that, she decided to go ahead and sell the car to somebody else. So, I mean, she definitely, it wasn't like I got away with it or anything like that, not by a stretch. But I do believe, had she seen how bad it was and like how deep I had it stuck and like, what we had to get like a freaking pulling truck to pull it out of the yard. Oh my gosh, she would have been so much more upset than what she was. So like, I'm glad that I was able to to get it out and get it cleaned up before she got home and seen the ruts and everything. And I did tell her as soon as she got home. But yeah, that was the time that I found out who my friends were real quick, and those chicks that had come up from the city to stay with me turns out were not my friends at all. Yeah, they were terrible. But I was a follower. I mean, what can I say? So yeah, that was one of the dumbest things I've ever done. It's not the only thing, but yeah, so I want to hear you guys. I want to hear from you. I want to know, did you ever take your mama's car for a joyride without her knowing about it? I know my best friend and I used to take her mama's car, and I'm hoping to get her to do a video with me so we can talk about it. But yeah, did you guys ever do that? And did you ever get caught? Or did you ever get it stuck or anything like that? I want to know. I want to know. I hope I'm not the only one. But I want to thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to my silly little story about me. And I can't wait until the next one. And don't forget to like and subscribe and put your stories in the bottom. And until next time, guys, don't forget to always share your shenanigans.